Hello, I am Pushkar, Master Teacher in Chemistry at Vedantu, and I am discussing KVPY 2019 Essay Part 1 Chemistry paper. Here is a question which belongs to thermodynamics. For a spontaneous process, the enthalpy change of the system must be negative, entropy change of the system must be positive, entropy change of the surrounding must be positive, and entropy change of the system plus surrounding must be positive. Pretty straightforward question, and this is the answer is here that we know this relationship delta S total must be greater than or equal to 0 for a spontaneous for a process. That's a very important statement, and that means the true statement of second law is delta S system plus delta S surrounding should be greater than or equal to 0. If it is equal to 0, we say that the process is reversible, and if it is positive or it is positive, or you can say if it is greater than 0, if it is positive, or you can say that it is greater than 0, this means process is process is irreversible. That's an irreversible process. So now let us see the options. Enthalpy change of the system must be negative. We also know how to relate it to enthalpy change for any process, like for a chemical change. For chemical change, we can write it like this: delta S total is equals to delta S system minus delta H of that system divided by T. That's the relationship. So which means that, look at it carefully, delta S total is equals to delta S of the system minus delta H of so-called system divided by T. That is the statement. So if delta H is positive, if delta H is say negative, then this term will be what? Positive. And of course it is going to support the reaction. That means it has a contribution in making delta S total positive, but that doesn't mean that reaction is spontaneous. Maybe if the delta system is very large and negative, the process could not be possible. Similarly, if delta S is positive, this alone could not decide that whether the process is spontaneous or not. Only when this delta S total is greater than 0, then only we can say that the process is spontaneous. For example, when we take water and we want to vaporize it at its boiling point, suppose H2O liquid is there and H2O gas is there, you want to vaporize, convert it into its boiling point. Under these situations, delta S total is equals to 0, because here delta S delta S system minus delta H vaporization by T has exactly the value equals to 0. Okay, so here it is 0. That is why this process is reversible, and we say that this system is in equilibrium. But if you want to carry it out at if you want to carry it out 374 Kelvin and 1 atm, at this point delta's total is positive, is greater than 0, and that is why the vaporization of water is spontaneous. Vaporization of water spontaneous at 374 Kelvin 1 atm, but it is equal to, here it is non-spontaneous at 373 Kelvin and 1 atm. So what happens at 373 Kelvin and 1 atm? At 373 Kelvin and 1 atm, I would say that this happens. Delta S total is equals to 0 is equals to delta S vaporization minus delta H vaporization by 373, and delta S total is equals to positive, and that is equals to delta S vaporization minus delta H vaporization divided by 374. Clearly you can see that if we assume that delta S vaporization and delta H vaporization has not changed by much values, then dividing it by 374, that means this quantity is becoming slightly what? If the numerical value becomes slightly less. And since this quantity is positive, this quantity is negative. If its numerical value is slightly less, then delta S total is going to be positive. And that is why water's conversion into the gas form at 374 Kelvin is a spontaneous process, and at 373 Kelvin it is not spontaneous. So conclusion is entropy change of the system plus surrounding must be positive. Okay, you take these values and try to understand this problem. Do you know what is delta S vaporization at 373 Kelvin 1 atm? That is equals to delta H vaporization of water, which is nearly 40,000 joules divided by 373. Of course, that is a positive value. So delta S of vaporization is this. So we can say that delta S total is equals to 40,000 upon 373 and minus 40,000 upon 373, where at the boiling point, but the delta S total will be 40,000 divided by 373 minus 40,000 divided by 374 at 374 Kelvin. Clearly delta S total now is positive, and that is why this reaction is spontaneous. So I hope that you understand the solution. Please watch the recording again and again. That's a very important question, and that is crux of second law. Stay tuned for detailed discussions of such questions and fundamentals in KVPY paper. Thanks for watching.